Hello everyone, it's me, Mrs. Gronert, and today we're going to be making a really fun art project called Torn Paper Volcanoes. Are you ready to get started? Let's take a look at everything you need to complete this project. For this project, you're going to need a variety of colored paper. Now, I chose black and brown and orange and red and yellow so that I can make what looks like a mountain and a volcano. You'll also need some glue for this project and cotton balls or cotton batting if you have it, and then something that you don't need but will make the project extra fun is glitter. Okay, let's take a look at what we're going to do to create our volcano. The first thing I want to do is make my mountain. To make my mountain, I'm going to use 2 sheets of brown because I have smaller sized brown and I want to make a big mountain. So I'm going to put them together and tear diagonally across my page from the top to the bottom. Do you see how I'm going to do that? Okay, are you ready? I'm going to tear. Now my tear doesn't need to be straight. In fact, it looks really cool if it's ziggy and zaggy. So let's do it. Are you ready? Hold your paper like this. Let's tear. So this is, oh, I love this. Look, it's getting really ziggy and zaggy. It's not straight. It's not perfect. That is not what I want to see. Ooh, I like it. So now I have 2 choices for my mountain. Do I want to use that side or that one? Ooh, I don't know. Those both look really cool. I think I'm going to choose this one. Now, because I tore both sheets of paper at the same time, you'll see I'm going to have a beautiful mountain shape. But this doesn't look enough like a mountain. Mountains aren't flat and straight. They're bumpy. So now I want you to take your 2 sheets of paper and let's wad them up. Squish them. Squish them in your hand. If they tear a little bit, it's okay. Look at that. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Okay, now I'm ready to open up my 2 sides of the mountain. Ooh, look at that. That really does look bumpy and mountainy. Oh, I love it. Let's do that to the other side too. Okay, my next job is to glue my mountain to my large sheet of black paper. I'll show you that once I finish. So if you notice, I have some glue on one half of my mountain. And do you notice that I put the glue on the mountain in a skinny noodle? See that? It's so important that you use skinny noodles of glue. Don't just pour a puddle of glue onto your mountain. It makes it really hard to stick nicely on your paper. So now I've got my skinny noodles and I'm going to glue that down to my paper. Okay, here we go. Great, so now I have a mountain on the black paper. That's already looking pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I love it. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is make a magma chamber. What color do I want that to be? I think I'll make an orange magma chamber. Remember, magma is molten rock that's inside the earth. Now, if you notice, I have a really big sheet of orange paper. I don't need a really big piece to make my magma chamber, so I'm going to tear some of this paper off. Ooh, I love that size. Look at that. Now, I'm going to tear this piece to make a circular shape for the magma chamber at the bottom of my volcano. Let's do it. Can you do that with me? Let's tear. Now look, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle or a perfect shape, right? Look at that. Ooh, I love that shape. That looks like a really cool magma chamber. Because I tore the paper, it's bumpy, so it looks more realistic. Now, I don't want to squish this one a lot, but I think I'm going to squish it just a little bit. There we go. So it's not perfectly flat. And then I'll go ahead and put skinny noodles of glue right here on my magma chamber. just like that, and then put it near the bottom of my mountain. Here's my mountain. I'm going to put the magma chamber right down here at the bottom. Now, remember, when you're using wet school glue, one of the best ways to make sure it sticks is to hold down whatever it is you're gluing for a few seconds, usually about 10, while you're sticking it on. Okay, now I also want to create a channel of magma going to the top, which is a straight line, right? But I don't want it to be perfectly straight. I'm going to tear it. So I'm going to take my sheet of orange paper and I'm just going to tear straight down, but kind of in a bumpy way, one side here, like this. Can you do that with me? Tear down one side. Perfect. Now, let's do the same thing on the other side of that. So I have a beautiful area where the magma is coming through. I want to make it a little bit thinner here. Perfect. Ah, look at that. That looks really cool. It's all bumpy. It's not straight. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to glue this piece going from the magma chamber to the top of my mountain. I think I might change the shape just a little bit so it fits perfectly on my mountain. Okay, look at that. Now I have the chamber and the area where the magma goes up out of the mountain. Now I'm just going to tear some other strips of colors so that I can show that magma turning into lava and shooting out of the mountain. All I'm going to do for this is tear some more strips and different shapes from some of my other colors. So I'll take my red and my yellow, and I'm just going to tear some strips just like I did before. You can do that now too. Ready? Cool. I like that. I like these shapes that are not perfectly straight. That makes it look more realistic. Ooh, cool. Ooh, I kind of like that one too. Let me tear a few in the orange. And now, once you have those strips torn, you get to decide how you want them to look coming out of your mountain. So go ahead, take your time to lay them out before you glue them down, and then glue them down once you have a design that you like. I can't wait to see what you do, and I'll show you mine when I finish. Okay, so now I added my torn strips of colored paper to my volcano, so it looks like the lava is shooting out and down toward the mountain. The next thing I get to add to my volcano are my fluffy clouds of smoke, because if my volcano's erupting, there's going to be smoke. So you can use cotton balls or cotton batting for this. You don't need a lot. I'm just going to take a little bit like that and a little bit like that, and I'm going to add it to both sides of my volcano. So what I like to do with this is kind of stretch it out so it looks like fluffy clouds, and then use those skinny noodles to glue it onto the paper. Okay, now we've got our fluffy smoke clouds glued on, and now is the last part of our beautiful volcano, which is the glitter. Now the fun thing about glitter is that you use your glue to stick the glitter on. Every place that I put the glitter will stick. So you want to leave the glue only in places that you want glitter. Don't rub the glue around. Leave it in skinny noodles or little dots. I'll show you how this works. So I'm going to draw skinny noodles coming down the side of my mountain like that. Now when I put my glitter on, the glitter will just stick right there. I want to do that on this side too, so that you can really see the lava coming down the mountain. I might do a couple more areas here. Look at that. Oh, that's going to look so nice. And a few up here where it's spraying up into the air. There we go. some over here, maybe a few dots in other places around. Okay, so now, do you notice how I have those glue dots? That's where I want my glitter to go. It's very important that you put all the glue on to show where you want the glitter to go before you use the glitter. Now I'm ready to use the glitter. Okay, when you use glitter, you don't want too much and just enough to cover your glue. I'll show you next. And there it is. My volcano is finished. Look at the glitter on the volcano. I'm so glad I didn't use too much glue and put it everywhere. I just love how this turned out. I can't wait to see how your torn paper volcanoes turn out too. See you soon, everybody.